they have a lot of fun making fun of each other. Because like I'll go in the room and I'll get interviews that I'll record on my phone that aren't on TV, but then I'll use the quotes in hits that I do. And like there's always guys razzing each other in the recordings. Like every single recording is someone. I was talking to Max Crozier about Dom James, and like Eric Chernak's just like, that guy sucks. Like he's obviously making a joke. Or like, Nick Paul is razzing Gage about his haircut all the time. And Gage's like, we go to the same barber. And they're just, everyone's razzing each other. It's like this fun jousting that's going on. And then I wanted to tell this little bit, but like we'd interviewed Jake Gensel a few times, and it had actually started to be like kind of a lot, I guess, at that point, because it'd been one game, the first period against the Blues, where he was all, that period was not great, and he had like 2 decent chances, I think. So it was like, who do we talk to? Jake, I guess. And then the game against Dallas, I asked for him because he scored the goal right before the intermission. And I was like, okay, Jake, because like I talked to Hags in the warm-ups, and it was kind of like, okay, like we try to spread it out a bit so you're not just talking to the same guys all the time. And then Jake was just kind of like, like he didn't want to do the interview. And he came out and he told me afterwards, he was like, hey, don't, sorry, I wasn't like mad at you or anything. And it was such a unique moment to have a player come out and be like, I'm so sorry that I made it seem like I didn't want to do the interview. I was like, oh, dude, I don't care. And then Kucherov came out when Jake was like doing his cool down. He's like, hey, Jake, like the cameras are over there. You got to go over there. Like they were then, I realized it had become like a bit, that like they all knew that he didn't like to, or was, had got in a moment of like not wanting to do an interview. So those little things I think are just, I love seeing them. And I think that like, we're not like telling trade secrets or anything. It's just the guys all feel comfortable around each other. And that's it. That's the key.
How much of that do you think is from the coach? Cooper's been here forever, longest tenured coach in the NHL. Do you think like a lot of that is from his footprint on the team and how he kind of runs the show? Or do you think it's just like these guys just have chemistry?
I think it's 100% Cooper, because it's like you take the cues from the coach, right? Like, and that's what they've all talked about, is just like the calm, confident demeanor. It doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low.